So capital can be divided in two categories, fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital is useful to collect the fixed assets to the organization. And working capital is useful to meet the daily requirements of the business. So to satisfy the daily requirements of the business, to meet the daily activities, day-to-day activities of the company, we need finance. This finance can be considered as a working capital. So working capital is a very important to company. It is called as, it is a lifeblood of any organization. So with the help of working capital, the company can run successfully in the market. So here working capital is very helpful to lead the organization in successful manner in the society. So working capital is a very important factor. And working capital is having very high liquidity nature also, and it is having very short lifespan. It is helpful to conduct the smooth flow of operations in our business, to meet the daily requirements, to pay the current expenses of the organization. We are using the working capital. So that is very important to every organization. And here the working capital can be divided in two different categories. One is gross concept, we can say, and another one is net concept. We consider working capital in two different concepts, gross concepts and also net concept. What is gross working capital and what is net working capital? Gross working capital represents the total current assets available in the organization. So what is the total asset value of the company? The current asset value of the company can be considered as a gross working capital. And coming to the net working capital, it is the difference between the current assets available in the company and also current liabilities of the organization. So we can take the difference between the current assets and current liabilities. How many total current assets, what is the value, and what is the current liability value? You can take and deduct from the current liability value, deduct from the current assets, you can take the net working capital. So based on these, you can see what are the total current present assets available, because we are using these present assets at present moment to meet our day-to-day activities, to satisfy our daily requirements in our business, to run our company in a successful manner. We need the working capital. So that is very important to every company. It is a lifeblood of any organization. And here every company, they want to maintain a good working capital to run successful in the society. So that is a very important gross working capital. And working capital is a short-term finance to run the organization in every day, to satisfy every operation, to run the company operations in a good manner. So we need to use the short-term finance as a working capital. Working capital management is a very important factor, into very important thing. It is considered as management of current assets and also current liabilities. Working capital management means to manage the current assets and current liabilities of the company. We need to maintain effective current assets, high current assets, then current liabilities. Then you can have a good working capital position in your company. So the current assets are more than the current liabilities, then the management of current working capital is effective in that particular organization, and we can move in effective manner in coming days. Current assets are the assets which the ordinary course of business can be or will be converted into cash within 1 year. So we are considering the current assets of the organization. So because the current assets we can easily convert into cash within 1 year period of time. So within a 1 year, you can able to convert these assets into cash very easily. So that's why we need to maintain high current assets value. So high current assets value, then the working capital should be effective of the organization, and it can move very smooth manner. It lead the good growth in the market also. So that's why every organization, they need to maintain the good current assets in the company. So that is also very important thing. And one more topic is the important concept is, what are the factors influencing the working capital? So working capital is a lifeblood of any organization, and we need to maintain effective working capital in the company. We need to maintain satisfactory level of working capital in the company. So here, what are the factors? What are the factors that are influencing or they are affecting to maintain the working capital in the business? So based on these following factors, you can see how much working capital is required to the business. So here, for example, we consider our capital is, our investment is 10 lakh rupees. These investment we can divide in two parts. Some portion of money can be considered as a fixed capital, and another portion of the money can be considered as a working capital. So in this 10 lakh rupees, how much can be treated as a fixed capital? How much can be treated as a working capital? So this is the question. So that is, for example, in the 10 lakh rupees, 3 lakhs can be considered as a fixed and 7 lakhs can be considered as a working. Or 5 lakhs can be considered as a fixed capital and 5 lakhs can be considered as a working capital. It depends on the different factors. Based on the different factors. So based on these following factors, you can decide how much working capital is required to your business. How much working capital is required to your business, you can decide, you can take, you can see these all the factors, and based on that, you can take the decision how much working capital is required to your business. So these are all the factors. We will go, these are all the factors. So see the first factor, nature or character of business. So the amount of working capital is depends on the nature of the business. So what is the nature of our business? So what type of company we are leading? What type of company, what type of products we are manufacturing? So it is what type of organization we are maintaining? So it is a trading organization, or it is a manufacturing organization, or it is a sales oriented company, or it is a dealer company, or it is a service oriented organization. Which type of business we are doing, what is our nature of our business? Based on that, you can decide how much working capital is required to your business. For example, we can take the trading and manufacturing two organization. Trading organization required more working capital than manufacturing organization. So like this, you can decide based on your company business nature. So that is the first point. Coming to the second point, size of your business or scale of your operations. So what is your business size? That means what is your production capacity? So your business size means the size can be divided in three categories. The scale of companies can be divided into three categories: large scale company, medium scale company, small scale company. Large scale business, medium scale business, small scale business. So what type of what is our company's size? It is a medium scale company, or it is a small scale organization. So based on that, you can decide your working capital. For example, our company is a large scale organization. We are producing more products. Our scale of operations will be more compared to medium or low. So we need high working capital. More amount of working capital is required to our business. So that is depending on your business size. So the size will increases, working capital requirement also increases, because we are going to improving everything. So that's why working capital also we need more. And next factor is production policy. So production policy. So production policy, what is our company production policy? What type of policy we made? What type of what type of rules we framed? What is our strategy, production strategy? You can decide. So based on your production policy, you can observe how much working capital is required to your business. So our production policy, for example, our production policy is we want to give high quality products to the customers. We want to give good quality products to the customers. We want to satisfy more. We want more customer satisfaction. So that's why we are producing high quality, good, effective products, then you need more working capital. So that is also what is your production policy, what policy, what rule and regulations of your company, what is a tradition of your company. So based on that, the working capital will be decided. And next one is manufacturing process or length of production cycle. So manufacturing process, so our process of manufacturing, our production process, our length of our production cycle. So how many days it will takes to complete our production process. So to produce the finished goods, how many days it will takes? What is the length of production process? How many days? 10 days or 15 days or 30 days or 2 months. So like this, you can decide your company product length of production cycle or company manufacturing cycle. So you can see. So the, for example, the production cycle increases, the amount of working capital also need more. So we require more amount of working capital because of increasing the more number of days. So that's why based on your production cycle, the length of production cycle, you can decide how much capital is required to your business. That is one more point. And coming to the next point, seasonal variations. So based on the seasonal variations also, you need to decide your working capital in your organization. For example, in some moments, in some seasons, we are getting more demand in the market. So when we are getting more demand in the society, at that time we are manufacturing more quantity. For example, demand is less in a particular season, the demand will be less. So demand will be less means the production also will be less. So that means you need less working capital. You need less working capital. For example, demand increases, the seasonal variations are coming, seasonal fluctuations are there. So based on your season, the demand is depends, and the product manufacturing process, manufacturing units also will increases, the amount of working capital also rises. So that is based on the seasonal variations also, you can decide your working capital, how much capital is required to your business. This is one more factor. Next, coming to the next factor is working capital cycle. So you can see what is your cycle, how much capital you are taking, how much money you are treating as a working capital, and how you are going to expenditure, how we are doing the expenditure for this money. So to pay the taxes, or to pay the rent, or to pay the salaries, or to pay the raw material collection, or to collect the missionaries, anything. So that is a working capital cycle. So what is the procedure, what is the process, how, what is the working capital, how you are going to doing the expenditure of this particular money. So based on these also, you can decide. So you are doing more expenditures, more money, then you can take the more working capital. You need more working capital in that process. So we are doing the less expenditures and the less every expenses are less, then you need the less working capital. So that's why you can decide based on your working capital cycle also. That is one more factor. And coming to the next factor is credit policy. So your company credit policy, you can see your company credit policy. So how you are offering credit facility to your customers, how you are offering, giving the credit facility to your customers or not. You can see what is your policy. You are allowing the credit facility to the all the customers, or you are allowing the credit facility to the very less number of customers who are very reliable to your company, or you are giving no credit policy. So that is depends on your company structure. So what rule you frame regarding the credit policy of the company, you can decide the more or less working capital. For example, we are offering credit facility to all the customers, then you need more working capital. So you are offering credit facility to only few people, few customers who are very loyal, who are very regular to your company. So then you need to use less working capital compared to first case. For example, you are not giving more credit facility, you are not following the credit policy. So then that means you need the you are having sufficient working capital also. So that's why you can see that. So based on your credit policy of your organization, you can decide your working capital. That is. And coming to the next factor is business cycle. So your company product cycle. So your business cycle. So you can see where you are in. So your product where in the market. So you are in the introduction stage, or you are in the growth stage, or you are in the maturity stage, or you are in the declining stage. Where your product in the market. So your business where it is. So it is in high sales, high income, high revenue, generating high revenue, or it is introduction, just we are entering into the market, just we are in the growth, in early growth stage, we are growing slowly, or we are maturity stage, or we are going declining stage. So where you are, you can see your product where it is. Based on that, you can decide your working capital. For example, you are in the introduction, so then you need to you need more working capital, because you need to promote your product in the market. So you need to promote your market. For example, you are in the growth stage, so that is a small growth is there. So then you want to improve your raise your growth. So by offering so many offers, by giving so many discounts, by providing by adapting number of strategies, you want to improve. So that's why you need more working capital also. So for example, the company is in declining stage, the sales will be reducing, already reduced. So at that time you have to stop your production. So it is already declined, it is already, we want to stop the product. So then you can use the less working capital. So that is also based on your cycle, product cycle or business cycle. You can decide the working capital requirement of your product. And one more factor is rate of growth of business. So your growth also, you can see your development in the market, your product development, your company development, your company growth, your product, how they are going to earning high profits, how it's moving, growth is increasing day by day, development is going on. So then you need a high working capital. So growth of your business, it will be increasing stage, the growth rate, the growth graph will be always increasing. Then that means you are getting good sales and good demand in the market. So then you want to improve your production, you want to use the more working capital also, you want to invest more money in that product because it is already growth stage. So that is also you can see. For example, it is not up to that level, the growth is not up to that level, so it's not increasing high, then you will go for reduce the production capacity, and also use the less working capital also. So this is also one of the reason you can fix the working capital. So these are all the factors we need to consider, and based on these all the factor, you decide how much working capital is required to your business. So you can see what type of company you are leading, and what is your feature of the company, and what is the size of your company, it is a large, medium or small scale company, and what type of production policies of the organization, what type of credit policies of the company, and what is your manufacturing processing cycle time, how many days it will take to finish the particular process or production, and what are the seasonal variations affecting to your product, you can see, and what is the credit facilities you are giving, offering to your employee customers, and also what is your business product cycle, and also growth and development of your product. You can see these all the factors, and based on that you can decide how much capital is required to your business. So these are all the factors influencing the working capital requirement.